Hi children, this is Venkatramana. Today's class, 8th class Physical Science. We are discussing second chapter, friction. What is meant of friction? A friction is a opposing force or a restricting force whenever two surfaces are relatively directly in contact, relatively in rest state or relatively in motion state. That means whenever two surfaces are directly in contact and if they are in rest state or if they are in motion state, then one force automatically comes to play which try to oppose, which try to restrict that motion of the object on other one surface of the object to the other surface of the object. That force we will call it as a frictional force. Now, in frictional force are two types, static friction and mainly sliding friction, and also we will have a fluid friction. Fluid friction means where the friction will be offered by the fluids, generally which are known as liquids and gases. Next, how to increase the friction or how to reduce the friction. Factors which will affect the friction. Roughness of the surfaces if increases, friction increases. If normal force acting on the object, increases, then frictional force also increases. So then how to increase the friction? By increasing the unevenness of the surfaces, or what you call by increasing the irregularities of the surfaces. Irregularities of the surfaces, how we can able to increase? By increasing the roughness of the surfaces, and by increasing the normal force. By increasing the normal force, we can able to increase the frictional force. Then how to reduce the frictional force? By using oil or grease as a lubricants, and also by using rollers, by using lubricants, by making what you call surfaces smoother, by using these lubricant will act as a one layer between the rubbing surfaces or moving parts of machine. As a result, the frictional force will be reduced to greater extent. And by using ball bearings also, we can able to reduce friction by greater extent. Similarly, by using rollers, also we can able to reduce the friction to a greater extent. Now, fluid friction. What is a fluid? Static friction means frictional force which automatically comes to play whenever two surfaces are relatively in resting state. Then what about the sliding friction? It will automatically comes to play whenever two surfaces are relatively in motion. Next, fluid friction means the friction offered by the liquids, like liquids and gases. Generally, the objects which move in air or generally the objects which move through water will be experiencing this type of frictional fluid friction, which will call it as a drag. So that drag will be overcome by the special shapes of the objects which are going on moving through these fluids in air and in water, like aircrafts, like airplanes, helicopters, and rockets, and also ships, submarines, etc. In that way, we have a overall summary of the friction chapter. Now we are in a situation where we are discussing improve your learning. In that improve your learning concept also, some of the questions we already discussed that one. Improve your learning. Rest of the improve your learning questions we let us discuss now. Improve your learning. Some maximum questions we discussed in improve your learning concepts. Now rest of the questions let us keep concentrate. Let us give you one reflection on them. Next one. What kind of explain how does lubricants reduce friction? How does the lubricants reduce friction? Lubricants are nothing but oils or grease, which will smooth the surface. When they apply to between the moving parts of the machines or moving parts of what they call objects, moving between the two surfaces, they will form one layer. That layer will reduce the what we call rubbing surfaces contact. As a result, what we call the friction offered due to the what we call rubbing of two surfaces will be reduced to a greater extent. to a greater extent. In that way, we can able to reduce what we call friction between the moving parts of machines by using lubricants. Or else we can able to use rollers. Rollers means what we call, whenever if you have to pull the suitcase, whenever you have to pull the suitcase, if it is a suitcase is like this handle, then we'll have a rollers. Because of rollers, what will happen? The rubbing surfaces between the rollers and this what we call road will be reduced to a greater extent. As a result, friction offered by the surfaces of these rollers and the road surface will be reduced to a greater extent. In that way, by using rollers, we can able to reduce the friction. By using lubricants, we can able to reduce the friction. By using what we called ball bearings. So by using lubricants, we can able to reduce the friction. And by using rollers to pull the heavy objects, we can able to reduce the friction. And also by using ball bearings between the moving parts of machines, we can able to reduce the friction. In motors, we can, if we, in fans, what we call, in handles of a bicycle, in what we call vehicle handles, wherever what we call rolling objects are there, wherever the what we call movement will be there in a curved position or in rotatory motion, or moving parts are there for the machinery parts. If we use these ball bearings, we can able to reduce friction. So how to reduce the friction? The ways which are useful to reduce the friction. To reduce the friction, we can reduce friction. We can use by lubricants. Or we can do to reduce friction. We can do by using lubricants, by using rollers to pull heavy objects like suitcases or loads, by using ball bearings between the moving parts of machines. In that way, we can able to reduce the friction. Next, what kinds of friction do you know? What kinds of friction do you know? Now we are discussing regarding kinds of friction. Now what are the kinds of friction we have? Different kinds of frictions are static friction, sliding friction, fluid friction, air friction, water friction, or liquid friction, which will come under fluid friction. Now, kinds of friction. What are the kinds of friction we have? Kinds of friction. Number one, static friction. What is the static friction? Which automatically comes to play between two surfaces which are relatively in rest state. Comes to play with this force, comes to play between two surfaces which are relatively rest in state, They are that are known as what we call static friction. Now another type of friction is sliding friction. What is a sliding friction? We have sliding friction. We have many other types of frictions also, but mainly in our syllabus we have this type of friction. What are that one? Comes to play, which automatically comes to play between two surfaces, between two surfaces which are relatively in motion, which are relatively in motion, which are relatively in motion. That type of frictional force is known as what we call sliding friction. What is it? Sliding friction. The third friction is fluid friction. It is also known as drag. What do you call? Drag. Fluid friction. Which is whose name is also known as drag. Now what is meant by a drag or fluid friction? Which acts on objects which move through fluids, fluid. What are the fluids? Liquids and water. Liquids and gases. That type of friction you will call. So these are the main kinds of friction. In which our lesson consists. In which our what to call our syllabus consists. Like that we have a kinds of friction. Next question is, explain why sliding friction is less than static friction. Explain why. Okay, no, before going to that, explain how can you measure frictional force? How can you measure frictional force? How we can able to measure frictional force? By doing one activity, we can able to measure frictional force. How we can able to measure frictional force? We have an activity to measure the frictional force. One activity is there. What that activity? Understanding the nature of what you call the friction and what you call limiting friction. How to what you call to measure the frictional force? So let us do here. Now here we have in textbook like this. Okay, we have to take one surface where we will have what you call one block. We will take one block. I will draw it. Just I am showing that one. We will take a spring balance and will that for to the spring balance hook. This block will be tied. It will be tied, and we are going on pulling that block. We are going on pulling that block. So if you noted, then we can able to go for next concept. That is how to measure the friction. How to measure the friction. To measure the friction, what you have to do? How to measure the friction? How to measure the friction? Now, to measure the friction. To measure friction, what you have to do? To measure the friction, what you have to do? Let us place one block you have to place. One block we have to place. One block we have to place. In that way, one block we will place it. For that block, we will tie a rope or thread. We will tie a rope. We will tie a rope. For this rope, we will fit to one what we call spring balance hook. One spring balance hook. Now, let us what we call fix to the spring balance. We will have one spring balance. We will have one spring balance. For that spring balance, what is spring balance? We will have a what we call one holder which can where we can able to hold and we'll going on pull. We'll going on pull this direction. Inside we will have a spring. Inside we will have a spring. But this spring will going on depending upon how much pull force you will apply. Depending upon how much pull force you will apply, the spring will stretch. The spring will stretch. So the length of the spring stretching, the length of the spring extending, what you call it, will be directly proportional to how pulling force. Now first we will try to pull by applying little bit force. It won't move. It won't move because there is static friction is acting between the surface of the block and the surface of the table. Then we will apply little more friction, little more force. If you apply little more force, in that case also it won't move because the static friction automatically slightly increases depending upon force applied. But there will be limit for this static friction. So if you apply more pulling force, then what will happen? It begins to move. It starts to move. Then whenever it begins to move, whenever it moves, we should not. Whenever it begins to move, we have note down the reading of the spring balance. Whenever if you note down the reading of the spring balance, that is known as limiting of that static friction. Limiting force of static friction, we can tell. What is it? Limiting force of that static friction. That means what we are applying that much force to overcome the friction applied by the what we call friction, which acts between the surface of the block and the surface of the table. So whenever we overcome that force, then it begins to move. Then it starts to move. Whenever it begins to move, whenever it starts to move, then note down. Whenever it begins to move or it starts to move, note down the spring balance reading. It gives how much friction is offered between the surface of the block and surface of the table. That is the static friction, limiting force of static friction offered between this block and table surface. In that way, we can able to measure what we call friction, whether it is static friction or sliding friction. Now here we measured static friction. Now what do you do? If you going on pull, then it starts moving easily. Have understood? Then we can able to, if you see the spring balance reading, once it starts moving, then if you see the spring balance readings will be reduced. The spring balance reading will give less value. Why? Whenever it starts moving, automatically once the sliding friction is acting, which is less than the static friction. That's why we no need to apply huge force to overcome the sliding friction. That means always sliding friction is less than the static friction. Sliding friction is less than static friction because static friction, it makes the object to be in the rest state, whereas sliding friction means we applied more force and it started moving. Now the force acting between moving surface of the block is relative to the surface of the table is known as sliding friction. If you observe the spring balance reading, we can able to observe that spring balance reading will be less than when the block begins to move, because sliding friction is less than static friction. Now next question is that one only. Explain why sliding friction is less than static friction. We can able to prove that sliding friction is less than static friction because sliding friction means it has to what you called overcome the force applied by its weight and also normal force. Whereas sliding friction means already it overcome it. That's why sliding friction is less than static friction. So in that way we can able to measure what you call sliding friction and static friction, and also we can able to prove that sliding friction is less than static friction. Sliding friction is less than static friction, we can able to prove. Now next question is give examples of how is friction responsible for energy wastages. Yes, we know that when you rub the two palms, heat will be produced. Similarly, whenever what you called, if objects are going on rotating, and if you place what you call any sliding, any moving object, if the train is going on moving, then this sliding friction acts which try to restrict the what you call wheel rotation on the track. As a result, what you call the mechanical energy of the train will be little bit converted into what you called heat energy, which will be wasted, which will be what you called absorbed by the surroundings, and it will be wasted. In that way, whenever we rub two palms, we will get heat because of our energy, our what you called muscular energy. Our energy will be wasted to what you call by converting into mechanical energy. That mechanical energy is converting into heat energy that will be absorbed by surroundings, which will be wasted. So in this session, we just reflected on how to improve our learning with some questions. Elaborately, we can able to discuss how wastage of energy will take place due to the friction in next session. Thank you.